Amanda didn't grow up poor. She also didn't grow up rich. Her parents could afford the important things: school fees, rent, food, stability, but wants were always postponed. Designer labels were later. Trips were one day. She learned early that comfort without excess could still feel like limitation, and she wanted more. Amanda hated stress. She hated the idea of struggling first and enjoying later. Lagos preached patience. She wanted ease, soft life, the kind of life that looked effortless from the outside. So she chose what worked. Big men noticed her, men with convoys, men whose calls were answered immediately. They didn't need love, only discretion. In exchange, Amanda traveled. She shopped. She ate in places where prices weren't printed. Her Instagram became her resume. Paris, Dubai, Santorini, designer bags laid out carefully, expensive dinners shot from the perfect angle. Every post whispered the same message: I'm expensive, come prepared. She had a boyfriend, kind, normal, present. He knew she liked luxury. He didn't know how far she went for it. In Lagos, some truths are managed, not confessed. By her mid-20s, Amanda already owned a matte black G-Wagon. It was proof she was doing well. But in her mind, one thing remained unfinished: the Lamborghini, her dream ride since she was younger. She didn't want to date a man with a Lambo. She wanted to be the man with the Lambo. No other big girl on the streets of Lagos had one. If she got it, it would show her level on the streets of Lagos as the number one big babe. She had already been saving up for it, collecting money from all the men she was dating. Then one night, her phone lit up. A verified account, Zerico, a chart-topping musician, loud, flashy, wrapped in chains and sneakers, fame dripping from every photo. He spoke confidently, promised big things, painted pictures of a future that sounded rehearsed. Amanda didn't rush. She had been with governors, politicians, conglomerates, men whose power didn't need validation online. A musician didn't impress her. She ignored him, declined invitations, acted unmoved. Then he said it: I'll buy you a Lamborghini. Her dream, her ultimate symbol, dropped casually, like money wasn't a thing. She paused and thought of it. She had been saving up for the car, but her money wasn't up to half of the price of her dream ride. If she could get it from him for just few minutes of stroking his ego, why not? Weeks later, they were together. Public appearances, studio visits, private dinners. They met in secret, went on dates, saw each other at hotels, but in clubs, they passed by each other like they didn't know each other. Discreet, just the way Amanda wanted. She gave him her body, what she knew he wanted. It was faster to get her dream ride. Zeriko talked endlessly about love, loyalty, forever. Amanda listened, calculated, and finally allowed herself to believe just a little, so much so that she began preparing. She contacted sellers, asked for specifications, chose colors, negotiated delivery timelines. In her head, the car already existed and was hers. Then, silence. Calls ran out unanswered. Messages stayed on read, then unread. Days passed. Amanda stared at her phone one night, the glow reflecting in her eyes. What about my Lamborghini? She thought. Because promises were one thing, but she had already started the process. And in Lagos, nobody walks away from a deal like that without consequences. She will have to buy this Lambo one way or another, she thought to herself. She had already boasted about it to her friends. Other Lagos girls have heard of her plans to get a Lamborghini. It was her way of showing them she was bigger than them all. She was their godmother in the industry, their mama on the streets of Lagos. They were all in an unspoken competition, and she would be disgraced if she wasn't seen in a Lambo a month from now. What will happen to Amanda? Will Amanda get her Lambo, or will she lose face on the streets of Lagos? Find out in part 2 of Expensive Taste.